Hello, and welcome to Staying Up with Cammie and Taryn. I'm Cammie.
And I'm Taryn, and every night, Cammie and I have a super hot, spicy sleepover. And once a week, we invite you to join us. I got caught up in my imaginary sleepover with you. I really thought,
imaginary?
Well, in my head, it was.
Oh, gotcha.
What if our marriage was a sham and we don't actually live together? We're just business partners.
And I have a house across the street. I just pop in.
That'd be sick.
I just had to pop to Guitar Center, which those places are magical.
Yeah.
So big. So many people in there. People are just like playing.
Cam got into guitar.
Yeah. No, I had to get a wire for this wire, actually, in particular. It was a very short one.
Do you like it? For those
It's
watching on video?
Incredible. It's like, feel it. Yours is smooth and this one's
Yours
like
is matte.
Yeah.
Why are we also attracted to matte?
It's so sexy.
It's so sexy.
Matte, why is matte so much sexier than glossy?
You know, what's that song that's like, cover me in satin, lay me down? My version.
And roses aren't done.
No.
Lay me in
a bed of roses. In a bed of satin.
I was like, there's satin and roses.
But when I die,
cover me in
matte. I want
matte what?
Just matte. Like, take me to a car detailer and let them
wrap. Oh my god, the matte wrap.
Wait. Let them wrap my body in a matte ad so that you can get ad revenue with my dead body.
Incredible. Genius work. There was like a Yamaha shop right next door to the Guitar Center.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if I just came home on a bike? What would you think? I'd be like, where's your car?
I was picturing
I traded in my car.
That'd be sick.
And I have a bike.
I think I would love it.
And there was a really cute four-wheeler, like for a little kid out front. I was like, oh.
I was thinking, isn't Yamaha a keyboard company?
Yeah,
also?
That's why I was like, was it a Kawasaki? I don't know what shop it was, but I was like, Yamaha. Am I thinking they're on? Because you're right. But am I
thought you meant like,
right?
oh, am I going to come home with like a keyboard? And I was like, that's sweet. But then you're like, a motorcycle. And I went, whoa,
what?
Sissy.
Yeah.
Well, peepees, welcome back to another episode of Staying Up.
Hi, peepees.
We've been having a great week with you.
We've been having a really good time with y'all lately.
Yeah.
We weren't before. I'm just kidding. Can I tell them about our new segment we're going to do? Or is that in a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah.
We've decided that just y'all's stories being featured once a week is not enough. Mm-hmm. We love how much you guys interact, whether it's on social media or leaving a review or on the Geneva app. It's so fun, and I love this little community. So we were thinking we need to have a PP of the week.
PP of the weeky.
We still really need like a theme song that plays.
I think that might be it.
PP of the weeky. No, that's for just like this
That's
part.
just for this.
That's the little jingle that we play where it's like,
we'll see.
Are you ready for it? PP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if anyone comes up with one, maybe you could be our next PP of the week.
Oh my God, do you guys want to make our jingle for the beginning of the show?
That'd be cute. What if they all got on a Zoom together and they sang it together a cappella?
Or they
don't
just
do a cappella.
No, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool if you're into that kind of thing, but...
So how do you get to be PP of the week? Like, what's the qualification? What are we looking for?
Taryn and I haven't really talked about this, so I'm just going to spitball what I was thinking. We didn't really hash it out. Taryn was like, we should have PP of the week. And I was like, yeah, duh.
Mine's whoever Venmos us $100.
Yes, get us gifts, rate. No, just interact wherever. Comments on YouTube, on the podcast, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on the Geneva app, which is our little community hang where you can interact with other PPs, and we pop in and chat with y'all too. Anywhere.
We love a share.
We love it. Yeah. If you post on your story and reshare it, we will go stalk you. And then if we like your vibe, we're probably going to shout you out.
If you say something cute.
Yeah. If like you have a really cool dog, your dog might be the PP of the week.
So today's very first PP of the week, I'm very excited to announce.
Who is it?
Let me start by saying that last week I said that I wish that more people would send us pics of their setup as they listen to the pod. Pictures of them listening, pictures of whatever.
Yeah.
And I cannot thank you enough for how many people turned up and sent them our way.
It's so cute.
How many people? That shit's funny. How many PPs sent us stuff?
Yeah.
What I want to ask before I announce our PP of the week. You kind of sent them in many different places. I was seeing them in DMs to the pod. I was seeing them in DMs to me. Cammie got some DMs. I saw them in Geneva. Things were
Norway messaged me today.
Things were popping. What I would love is, if you're comfortable, please DM us a picture of you or your setup. Tell us a little bit about your setup. We would like to do a carousel of peepees in the wild on our Instagram.
Oh, I love that. And if you've already sent us one, you can just like message back wherever you send it to us and be like, totally down for you to use this image.
Yeah. Our PP of the week will also get a post.
Fun.
Hopefully they're okay with that.
I love that we're just making this shit up.
I know we're really flying. Okay. You know why?
PP of the week?
Wait.
What?
Let me explain one more thing.
Okay.
One thing we thought about was if we ever do live shows, I wanted it to be like One Less Lonely Girl, how the PP of the week could come on the stage and we would do something with them.
Are we going to sing to them?
Maybe they just join for a story. They react to something with us. They tell us their goss, like something.
Cool.
Okay. Our PP of the week is Eva. Eva's from Ohio.
Hi, Eva from Ohio. You love Ohio.
I do love Ohio. Eva's backpacking in Europe right now.
Cool. Where?
This is what
your
Eva
hair's
said to
looking
me.
luscious, by the way.
Cool.
Okay.
This is what Eva said to me. I'm currently backpacking through Europe, and I pretty much listen to the podcast on the train, hikes, museums, during the day, just to have something in my ear. I'm from Ohio, so I love the recent Ohio banter. I literally listened to you on top of a mountain last week and thought you'd appreciate a picture.
Yeah.
Eva then sent 2 pics, absolutely vibing on a mountaintop, and then another one in a museum.
Did you show me these?
I showed them to you.
I remember you talking about them, but I don't remember seeing them.
And I just thought, thank you, Eva, for letting us in, not only to your ears, but into your heart and into your travels.
Yeah, that's so cute. Imagining somebody like walking around a museum, they're in like a different country.
Wild.
And they're just, we're in their little ears.
I know.
That's so cute.
It's really special.
It's special.
So thank you. First PP of the week goes to Eva. Claps everyone at the sleepover. Snaps for our PP, Eva.
Love you, Eva.
Cool. What notes did you take for the PPs this week that you were thinking of sharing? Anything that you wanted to share? What was on your mind? How you feeling?
Yeah, I got a lot going on in my app. I just honestly on the car ride home, I was thinking of stuff, but I'll save that for later. I've been really thinking about how proud of myself I am.
That's lovely.
As I've talked to you guys, I am scared of doctors. Mm-hmm. Anything medical related. I can get a tattoo or piercings. Don't even flinch.
Would you feel afraid if I cosplayed as a doctor for us one night?
Afraid? I don't know what that would be.
What if I had a syringe?
Yeah. Horrified.
Spooky.
Yeah. Like even
what if there was lube in it?
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Just disgusting. Not scary, just disgusting. Not into it. But yeah, I think for a long time I've been really afraid of doctors, and the more we talk about having babies and the fact that I'm the one carrying, I've always been scared, but now that it's feeling very real, I've been getting really scared about what that process is going to look like and all the things we have to do.
I get that.
And I think during COVID, getting vaccines really was like pushing myself out of my comfort zone.
It's really sweet to see Cam scared because she doesn't really come off as scared. But that was like the first time in our dating relationship where I really saw you getting scared was getting the vaccines, where like you like, you know, I've had anxiety attacks and stuff my whole life, but I've never really seen you go through it. So it was like, whoa, to see you get like cold and shivery and shaky and the color leave your face. And like, I know that shouldn't be a thing that I think was cute, but I did appreciate getting to see that.
Yeah. And it's really got me thinking. I just had to get another vaccine because we are getting another little baby in the family. And to meet the baby, you have to get a vaccine. And I was scared, but I really handled it. And
it was so weird that the baby was like, don't meet me unless you get the vaccine.
That was dumb. Oh.
It's okay, Taryn. It's okay. Everybody still loves you. It's okay. You are special and friendly and kind. Okay, go ahead.
Can I get back to my part now?
Yep.
But fuck, I forgot what I was saying.
You had to get a vaccine to meet the baby.
Yeah. Oh, I always say that I'm like, and you even just said that I'm not really scared of things. Mm-hmm. But I realize that that's not true. I've just always enjoyed and like pushed myself to get over things that I'm scared of. Like I remember going to an amusement park as a kid. If I was afraid of a roller coaster and I'm standing in line being like, I don't want to do this, or like friends wouldn't do it. In my head, I would be telling myself, you are going to get through this. And the only regret you're going to have is if you don't go on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like 10 years old, like maybe not even tall enough to get on the ride, but I'm like, you are going to regret it if you don't do it.
You're
do
considering your future regrets.
Yeah.
It's a tough word to say, regrets.
Regrets. But then I'd force myself to do it and I would love it. And then I have an older brother and we would watch the movie Chucky together and it was so fucking scary. And then I would go and watch Chucky alone as many times as I could until I was so used to it. I knew the story so well. I was desensitized and I wasn't scared. Like I've always enjoyed kind of pushing myself when I'm scared. I don't like being scared of stuff. It's like, it just makes me feel like irritated. I don't like not liking stuff either. I forced myself to like olives and now I love them.
That's funny. Your Chucky story reminds me of when I was little. My brother's room, my brother shared a room and then our rooms were conjoined by a bathroom.
Like a Jack and Jill bathroom?
Yeah, like a Jack and Jill bathroom, most people would call it. and they would watch South Park at night at like 10 p.m. when it came on. And I didn't understand the humor, but I would go through the bathroom and watch it with them. Cute. Like I wasn't allowed to watch it because obviously it was like,
sneak in.
But it reminds me of that because I was very like, I needed to get the humor. I like don't like not knowing what's funny and like what's in the know. And South Park was always so like relevant and trendy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny because you were trying to like not be scared of things and I was trying to like not miss out on what's happening in the world.
Yeah,
pop culture.
Like, nobody wants to have regrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like regrets. I just realized like, oh, it's not that I'm not scared of things, but then I let this one fear be my fear. Like in my head, I was like, there's nothing I'm afraid of. I feel really like haunted houses, blah, blah, whatever it may be. I'm so tough and I handle those. Like, this is just my thing. And then I allowed it to be my thing. Yeah. And I'm like, that's so stupid. I used to be horrified of haunted houses. My dad had to, like an evil witch had to escort me out of a haunted house once.
Not you going, my dad had to, sorry. An evil witch.
Well, my dad didn't know how to get out of the maze, so this like witch all of a sudden saw that I was actually upset, and she was like, "It's okay, sweetie. This is makeup." Like, so she was really nice. She's not evil. She was so sweet. But she took me out, and then a guy with the chainsaw chased us because he didn't realize. But I was horrified. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, in like my friend group, I was always the brave one. I had to lead everyone in haunted houses, and it wasn't that I wasn't scared, but I was like, I chose not to be. Yeah. So I've always been like, yeah, I'm not scared of anything. But I'm like, no, I am so fucking terrified. But I make myself not be. So why have I, for my entire 32 years of my life, allowed myself to fear doctors? That's so irritating that I've like let that one thing be an actual fear. Yeah. I'm not saying people can't have fears like in that you're allowing it to happen. People have real phobias. I'm just sharing my it would personal. Be ideal
if I didn't have my fears, but
like of course,
but my plight.
But I'm the type of person to not allow myself to fear things, so it's weird that I did.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think you've done it?
I don't know.
Do you remember your first doctor fear?
No, because I had asthma growing up, starting as an infant. So I was at doctors all the time, and I don't remember most of them. And then I just didn't let myself be afraid of the dentist because I was like, everyone's afraid of the dentist. Grow up. And I used to be, but then I forced myself to get over that. I don't know. I think when I was a little kid, I didn't realize that I was forcing myself to get over fears. And then I think I just told myself that this was a real fear and it was justified. And that was it. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah. I don't know. Any theories?
Yeah. So this is something I learned from many therapists, but like your thoughts, especially when it comes to your fears, kind of work like holes. Like the movie Holes is a great example of this, where like you can think of your brain as like you have a bunch of pathways, and when you think something, you dig another bit into the hole. Okay. So you dig,
you're like reaffirming that.
You're reaffirming it, and you dig into your hole and you take dirt out. Okay. And then if you keep doing it, you create a very deep pathway in your brain that basically makes it so that like you're not even consciously having that thought anymore. It's just that you're so deep in the hole that is just
it just exists.
Your reality now. It's like you're living in a reality that you might not have actually been scared of the thing. You might have had one little fear of it. But over time, allowing yourself to not push that fear or like not move your way out of it, you've literally just created a very deep pathway for yourself.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah.
There can totally be undone the same way that like you can fill back up a hole with stuff that you've taken out, like with dirt from other places. You can turn...
That's what I'm doing now.
Your path.
So I'm
like
refilling it.
Totally.
With positive experiences.
And so it's basically now you need to... It's not enough to not have that fear anymore. You have to do the opposite, which is what you're doing by going to the doctors. Like, it's like exposure therapy in that way, where it's like you have to actually have something to fill it with. Yeah. To create a new path that isn't the path that you've spent years making.
Totally. I think that is 100% what I did. And now thinking about it, I think the reason I did that with this situation that I didn't do with my other fears is I didn't see myself gaining anything positive from it. Like even the dentist, I was like, oh, I have to go to the dentist twice a year. My teeth will fall. Like that's bad. The doctors, I was like, I don't need to be here. Nothing's ever changing. I'm not seeing a positive or negative change when I go. Like
maybe you just didn't have good enough doctors.
I don't think that that's the case. I just think like I wasn't sick.
Yeah.
After outgrowing my asthma, I wasn't needing it. So there was just no purpose to me. Like even getting like the flu vaccine every year. I was like, okay, that just hurt for no reason. I can't tell myself in my head, well, thank God I had that because when if I got the flu or I didn't get the flu because of it or what, you know what I mean? Like I can't tell myself with like the amusement park rides. I could watch my friends get off and be all excited and like, that was so fun. Yeah. And feel like I missed out. With the dentist, it's like, I could get a cavity and be like, oh, if I went to more cleanings.
Yeah, I get that.
Like there are things that it was more like, tangible.
Yeah, I get that.
For the doctors, I was like, why am I here? If you tell me something wrong, that's just making it worse. Yeah. I just like, and then this thing about your theory with like the holes started happening. Yeah. And then I just got too deep. My hole got too big.
But now,
filling them holes back, baby.
Digging away.
Digging. Or undigging, I guess. But
no, you're digging a new hole.
Yeah. Digging,
making a new little path.
Exactly.
That's awesome, honey.
So yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm just glad that this all happened prior to baby stuff because I don't want to feel I want to get to feel excited. When I have to go in for my blood work, I want to be like, I'm sure I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this. Yeah. But I'll do it and I'll be fine. And I know that I'll be fine now.
You will.
Is your baby gonna come here?
What?
It's your baby's gonna come here.
Babe, I'm so excited. Guys, I'm gonna be an aunt for the first time.
Oh, no, you're Mia's aunt.
But like,
you're gonna see a baby born.
I'm becoming an aunt.
Yes, yes.
Like I married into being Mia's aunt. Yeah. And it's the coolest thing ever. But I haven't watched like babies in the family be born since my little cousins. Yeah. And
that was when you were little too.
I was a baby. Yeah. So it barely counted. I felt like I was like all grown up, but I was, I don't know how old.
My sister-in-law is very deeply pregnant and
like any day now
any day we're on baby watch. We leave to Europe in a couple weeks, so we might unfortunately be gone.
Guys, I don't feel good for myself if we miss the birth of this baby.
It's not going to be good, but the baby will be healthy and happy regardless. And we're excited for whenever she needs to come out. And we hope it's earlier than later.
Yeah. Happy, healthy is priority. Duh.
If she comes out late, let's be late to everything she ever invites us to by like 10 minutes.
I'm going to be like, you were late, so I didn't get to be here for like the most exciting moment in my life. You're going to have to wait every day. Yeah. I told you I'll be there at 3. I'll see you at 3:30.
Let's teach this baby a lesson.
No, but also like come out when you're ready, be healthy, yada, yada. I want to be there. I'm so like, I want to get the call and be like, she's in labor.
I know.
Get down here. And we're like, so who's going to watch the dogs? We got to get out of here. Let's go.
I know.
Like I want that Taryn and her dad stopped at McDonald's on the way to Mia's birth, and we're almost late. And she is the funniest vlog of it ever. Still online.
It should be. Yeah.
It is comedic.
Okay, but
Geniusness.
it's really funny. But I had just landed. You're missing the crazy part, which is that we heard she was going into labor, and I immediately booked a flight from San Francisco to LA. So
that's really cute.
Then I was hungry, and so were other people, and so we brought it upon ourselves to get food for everyone. But it was like to the point where my mom called and was like, "She's pushing. You need to get here, Steve."
They're
now."
literally waiting for their food.
And my
and
dad
I think
looks.
you're on the phone with your mom. You're like, "Oh no, we're on our way. Dad just got me from the airport." And they're like, "Do you want ketchup?" And you're like,
My dad was like waiting for the little window to open, and he's like, "Should I just go? Should I just go?" And then he goes, "Oh fuck." I love when my parents say "fuck."
so funny.
It's really cute.
What have you been thinking about this week, Bubba?
I've had one.
Sorry, I just want to touch your hair. It's so.
It was in
luscious.
braids. My hair was in braids. I'm in a braid phase.
She like every day is like, "Will you braid my hair?"
Will you braid my hair?
It's really cute. And then she leaves it in for like so many days, and then takes it out, and it looks perfect.
We're giving. It looks perfect. Your mouth.
Perfect.
Your mouth did something funny after.
What did it do?
It went perfect.
Perfect. Wait. Like
Perfect.
Perfect.
Anyway. Wow. I feel like this episode is really. We're feeling unleashed to really be ourselves.
You know.
You're welcome. So one thought that I had recently is a thought exercise that I haven't even thought about. I haven't even let myself.
Wait. Okay.
I haven't even let myself get to the answer because I wanted to do it together with you.
Okay.
It's a very quick exercise, but okay.
Excited.
Imagine you and Peepees do it with us and share your answers, please. Imagine you are starting out a project.
Okay.
It's a personal project, just you.
Okay.
You are excited about it. This is the project. You're like, this is my personal thing. I'm stoked. It's going to be months long, maybe a year long. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm ready for it. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's selling something. Maybe it's a fitness journey, like whatever. Mm-hmm. Are you in that mindset? You're ready mentally.
I'm in it.
Okay.
I'm ready to get started.
Fast forward 6 months.
Okay.
The project has failed.
Oh, shoot.
It's failed solely because of your missteps.
Oh my God. Baby,
Okay.
wait, can I share something really quick?
Sure.
This is so sad because I had my first thought that I thank God went back to my first thought of like, what am I doing? What's the project? But my second thought was like, this kind of applies to like getting pregnant and having a baby. And then it failed 6 months in because of me.
Okay. Well,
That's dark.
think about
No, I went back to the other one.
Okay, right. So it failed 6 months in.
Okay.
You can't blame anything else.
Okay.
It's solely because of you.
Yeah.
What was it in your heart that you know is the reason that it failed?
Am I supposed to tell you?
Yeah, I want to know.
I think it failed because I just fell off doing it. I just
consistency.
stopped. Yeah, I just stopped. Like, I don't think that somebody said no or like whatever.
That can't be an answer. Someone said no can't be an answer. It's
'cause
whatever
just your
you
fault.
did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 people said no and you gave up could be kind of an answer. I think I just fell off, made excuses for why it wasn't the right project.
But why did you
I was
fall off?
excited because I convinced myself it wasn't the right thing to do anymore, and that like I just came up with excuses. It just depends on the situation. But if something fails that I'm doing, it's like you didn't put enough into it, you let it go, you put it on the back burner, kind of situation.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think mine is a mix of lack of consistency and follow through. Like I don't follow through on some things, especially things that like make me feel vulnerable. So if this is like a project that I'm like really nervous and excited about, it's like I won't do that.
Yeah. Follow through. Yeah. I guess
It's
that's my
follow
answer.
through, or it's like feeling dumb and being like, this
like
was
about
a dumb
the project
idea. Yeah.
You're like,
and
wait a
then
minute.
and then I start like I would start shit talking my thought and being like, why did I think that people would even like that? Or like,
oh, I hate that.
yeah. So those
That
are
makes me sad.
so that exercise is called a pre-mortem. So a post-mortem is like, it's related to death, but people in corporate worlds use it as a way to like handle projects after they're done and like learn what happened. So a post-mortem is like, okay, this project just ended. Post-mortem is like post-death. Then you say what went right, what went wrong, what should we change next time.
Yeah.
A pre-mortem is the idea that like if you're going to start a project, you should try to find what is going to go wrong before it starts.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always work, but like, so for you and I, if we were to apply this to, I don't know, another phase of the podcast or something, it's like we both know that follow through is our problem.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to like something we're making that is like kind of vulnerable because it is either about us or like we're a face of it. So then knowing that before you go into the project, we say, no matter what, we do this once a week through this date. We are promising this to each other. No excuses, no nothing. Then we'll reevaluate. It's like, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. That just makes so much sense because typically whenever you get into that mindset of like, well, for me personally, whenever I kind of let something fall off, I make the excuses and I say all this, where going in, if I know that that could be a thing, I can kind of check myself and say, wait, don't do that. You knew you were going to do this. So is it the project? Let's give it till, like you said, this date, or let's give it our all for X amount more time.
Yeah.
And then we can reassess and see, is this the right thing?
So next time you're thinking about doing a project, have a pre-mortem.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, baby.
You're welcome.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Share your answers. We would love to know what they are. Yeah. Thanks, peepees.
These peepees.
Speaking of, a peepee recently told me, their name was Rose. Rose from the Netherlands said that she feels that this pod is her safe space.
That's really sweet.
And you and I have been talking a lot about safe spaces.
Yeah.
Like our little, what a queer safe space feels like. And I don't know, we've just been thinking about it lately.
Yeah, I think we've been thinking about it a lot, and I forget who said the analogy first, but the other day we fixed our alarm system and we didn't realize that we didn't feel safe until the next day. The first night it was on and working and everything was set up again, we both woke up and said like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much peace that brought me. Like I didn't feel unsafe. I didn't realize I felt unsafe. But now having that layer of security back on makes me feel so much safer. Yeah. And then I think we started kind of just noticing that in our day to day and how that applies to our life. Yeah. Like going to Futch. Do you want to explain what Futch is to everybody?
Yeah. Futch is a queer party once a month put on by Amy Ordman and Jess Paniton. Is that how I say her last name? I always like freak out when I say it because I'm like, I feel like Pantone, Paniton. I don't know. I know what it is. I don't know why I said that, but okay. Paniton. And it is in LA. Sometimes it's in New York. They will probably take it traveling if they continue, if it keeps going, which it is going really well.
I hope they take it everywhere.
But it's like Jess DJs, awesome music. It's an indoor-outdoor venue, so you can go, hang out outside, get drinks, hang with your friends, or you go inside. That's so Futch. Or you go inside and, you know, there's music and it's dark and vibey. And we're out of town a lot when it is. But
I know, I think we're out of town for the next one. And I was like, seriously?
But, yes, I think we get back the next day.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went and just had the best time.
It just feels so good. There's not a lot of queer spaces really anywhere, but shockingly also in LA that are geared towards mainly women. Yeah. Like a lot of the queer spaces in LA are West Hollywood. They're very, very geared towards gay men. Yeah. And which good for y'all. Yeah, glad y'all have a space.
Glad you guys get everything you ever wanted.
It often doesn't feel very safe. I've been roofied at one of those bars. Like it is just, there's just an element of discomfort at straight bars. Perfectly fun and fine, but there's an element of discomfort. And almost like the security system analogy, we didn't realize how not unsafe, but just like not as comfy. We
Not
could
as
feel.
comfy, yeah.
We could feel in these spaces until going to places like Futch. There's also a place called the Ruby Fruit in LA. And it is just like 90% queer women. There's like this air about it that just feels comfy. Everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone has like a different style.
Yeah.
Everyone's just comfy in who they are, and everyone's unique and cool and friendly. Like, I feel like I could just leave my drink on a table, go to the bathroom, and come back. And
I wouldn't, but
I wouldn't do it, but I would never do that anywhere. Don't recommend it. But I would feel like someone would be like, oh, I put a coaster over your drink, girlie. Like, got you.
Yeah.
Like, there's just this safety. And it's, I think after talking about the PP story from last week, if you didn't get to listen, a listener was asking for advice. They live in a country where it's a don't ask, don't tell policy being gay. And
it's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. And there are countries that now you can be stoned to death for being queer. Yes, America can be
A shady
awful.
little bitch.
And it's definitely not like the best country in the world. I think the entire world has become very aware of that. But there is a lot of privilege getting to live here,
100%.
especially being queer. I don't think about it. I don't live in fear 90% of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I am quite comfortable.
Yeah.
And there are certain times where I'm uneasy, but there have been very few times I have to fear for my life or not come out because of fearing for my life, not just like not being comfortable coming out.
Yeah.
Which is very different.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like it's just been cool going to Futch, going to Ruby Fruit to think about how you can feel like we were saying, like there's like that underlying feeling of like, I think I feel safe. I don't know. But then when you actually feel safe, you really know what it feels like. And then Cam and I just started talking about like different places where that's happened or different times in our life when that's happened. Like one thing that came to mind for me was when my first job that I started when I was out, I went on a walk with the CEO and we were walking, and obviously it's like I'm meeting the CEO for the first time really, or having like one-on-one time with him. So I was like super anxious, and it's this, you know, it's like a guy, which like is not anything, but it just was, you know, maybe I was less comfortable. I don't know. I
think it's a similar thing of like, we don't realize that we're less comfortable.
It was also probably just like
man.
the power imbalance
I think
too.
there are probably a
where it's
million
like-
elements.
Yeah. Anyway.
that.
And he like wanted to get to know me, and we were talking about his wife, or I think it was his girlfriend at the time, who I love. They're in a band, and I already knew who she was, and chatting, yada yada. And then he very casually was like, and what about you? Do you have a significant other? And I just, that moment like never went away for me, because I just, it would have been so easy, and is easy for everyone else in the world to be like, who's your boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend or a husband or a whatever?
Yeah.
If you say you're married, everyone asks if it's a husband.
What's your husband do for work?
Is it a husband?
Is it a man?
It's a boy.
But yeah, they imply.
They imply,
and assume.
And it was just really nice that he went out of his way to be like, I don't know. And then it allowed me to feel like, oh my God, I can say that I'm gay, and you almost not expected it, but like you opened that door for me to do that.
Yeah.
And that just made me feel really safe.
Words are so powerful. And it's so funny because if he would have said, oh, are you married? Do you have a husband? Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
There's no harm. And he wouldn't have done anything technically wrong.
No.
And he probably wouldn't have remembered saying that to you, but that would have carried weight to you. And maybe you would have went, maybe I shouldn't come out. And you wouldn't have. And then you wouldn't have been yourself at work, and you wouldn't have performed as well. Like that tiny, tiny word choice of saying partner, significant other, whatever, and not giving it a gender changed everything.
Totally.
And I'm not going to get in a tangent about it, but that's like another reason why it pisses me off when people are so against using the pronouns that people are asking for. I'm like, it is such a simple gesture.
Yeah.
Like, and you believe in pronouns. You're not an idiot. We all, like, pronouns are real.
Yeah,
Go back to English school if you don't think pronouns are real.
It's a non-event. It's just like
It doesn't need to be a thing.
Yeah.
Just to show, like, another you don't have to agree with them. They're not asking you to call them a dinosaur. Like, I hate whenever
I know
people will, like,
so I'm gonna say you're gonna say I'm a dog. You want me to call you a dog?
yeah, and they're like, okay, well, now I identify as a girl. And it's like, but you don't. And that's
Right.
kind of the whole point.
Right.
And luckily for you, you identify with what you were born as or what people are perceiving you as. And that's great. But would it not bother you if everyone started calling you a girl and being like, oh, she's over there? Wouldn't you be like, excuse me, I'm a man? You would. So it's like, it's words do carry weight. And that is just so sweet that first time you having an interaction with your boss went so well. And that it's just nice when people are aware of that. And that's so sweet.
I saw this comedian talking about like the joy that you feel when you get someone's pronouns right, when you're like referring if they prefer they and you say they, you like get this feeling of like
You like acted all smug, like I did a good thing.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny. But yeah, it's so important and nice to feel safe at work in these spaces that you have to spend a lot of time in. And I think in the same vein of like not realizing you're not comfortable, I for a long time thought I wasn't a touchy person, like, which is so weird. I know I am. And I thought like, okay, growing up, I was aware I was gay, so I was never very like touchy with my friends. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't want you to get
creep them out, quote unquote.
Exactly. Which is so silly. So I thought that made
she
me
would try to slap their butts like all the time.
So stupid.
She didn't get why they thought it was creepy.
It was just a kiss. But yeah, I think I was never very physically affectionate with my friends, which now even I like, it is weird for me. Like I wasn't a big hugger with my friends. I think that has changed in recent years, which is great. But I'm very affectionate. So funny.
I don't know that side of you really.
Yeah. I'm very affectionate with you at home. Like I always love to be by you. I always love to be touching you. Like, yeah, I would have never before said physical touch is like a high love language for me, but I think it is. And it just used to make me uncomfortable, and still, actually, if I'm being fully honest, still does in public. Yeah. I'm so aware of people watching it. I'm so unaware of everyone around us at all times, except for in these scenarios. Yeah. If we go to kiss, if we touch, if we're holding hands, I'm like, I know people are watching, and I think because lesbians are so fetishized that it just freaks me out, where I'm like, I don't want you to be thinking that. I also,
it like feels like you're giving them material.
Yeah. And I think for a long time it was like, I don't want to make other people uncomfortable, which is really sad to admit. I think when I wasn't comfortable with who I was, I was like, oh, like they didn't ask to see this, like that, those scary
don't
things.
Don't say gay.
But like, I don't want to shove it in their face.
Show them your "Don't Say Gay" tattoo. She got it right in the height of all
Mickey Mouse hat.
Don't say gay.
Is that kind of good?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I think initially it was like, like I don't like any PDA. No one should, straight couple should be doing it. Oh, I don't want to make other people uncomfortable. Oh, I don't want to get in a scary situation if someone says something. And now I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I just don't want other people to be gross. I notice it the most at airports for some reason. I don't know if...
because it's all
Did we ever tell our airplane story? Yeah, we did, right?
What airplane story?
Guy watching porn for 6 hours.
I don't think we did.
Oh my God, how did we not tell that?
I don't think we did.
Okay, sidebar, because this is...
Wait.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Let's finish the thought. I think in airports, it's so many people from so many places, and people are on high alert because airports are make people anxious. You're bored. Most people are anxious travelers in general. They always tell you to fucking make sure no bags get left behind. And if that bag, tell someone.
Say something.
Yeah, see something, say something. I love that. So I think people are already looking, and then they're like, oh, look at them girls.
Yeah.
Sisters or lovers.
Them sisters sure are close.
Sisterly love. Look at them two tongue wrestling. Wonder which one's going to win.
You think they're cousins?
I sure hope so.
I love
my cousin Bobby.
Anyway, but yes, I concur with everything you said here.
Cool. I love that.
You want to tell your porn story?
Oh my God. Wait, sidebar to the sidebar real quick. I stumbled upon this TikTok and we need a deep dive, but there's this TikToker who the video starts with like, you know that song, What a Lie, What a Lie, What a Lie. Mm-mm. It's like Julia Michaels or someone.
Yes,
but they do a trend to it of like, they said not to follow your dreams. What a lie, what a lie. You know what I mean? They said it was wrong to marry your cousin. What a lie, what a lie, what a lie. And they have like 3 kids and everyone's like, well, you know what? It's crazy and gross, but
that's my girl.
Wait, it's really sad though, because they're like, it's awful, but like at least the kids are healthy, like miraculously. And then they show a clip and like the one kid is not okay. But I don't know if any of it's real. So I'll like deep dive and then I'll report back. But it was actually like, it's pretty
God, talk about a safe space. The last thing I was going to talk about is like how nice it is that you have safe spaces on online communities, and just hearing you talk about other people who marry their cousins is making me feel connected.
You're gross.
It's not even fair. I didn't even get to marry my cousin. I had to marry you. It's insane that my bit has become that I love my cousins.
I know.
I don't even know which cousin I would choose. I'm not.
Bobby.
Just so true.
Right?
Anyway.
Imagine it comes out that you have like a long lost cousin Bobby.
That'd be sick.
And you fall in love.
Yeah, that'd be
Leave me for him.
That'd be so crazy if I did have a cousin named Bobby and we weren't secretly in a relationship. Oh, I love you, Bobby. But our last safe space thing that we were talking about before the pod was just that like it's so cool that content has become a safe space for so many people, where like when you think of safe spaces, you're often thinking about physical places that you're in, but so much of it is content that you take in and feel heard or seen or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you can find that in a piece of content that like you're not in, but you feel in. Like I feel that with some podcasts that I listen to, and it's so cool that people feel that with ours, that it feels like I've seen multiple people be like, oh, it feels like I'm in the room. It feels like this is my comfy place. Like that was our dream for this. And so to know that maybe for the folks that don't have the freedom of the other safe spaces or people in their life that we talked about, that we could be, that is just like a really sweet experience.
And it's so cool that it doesn't have to be anything big and elaborate. Like, doesn't need to be a podcast. It doesn't need to be somebody like advocating for you. A lot of times it's just somebody existing.
Totally.
Which is so sweet that is enough. Like sometimes just showing yourself and showing up as yourself saves other people.
Yeah.
And I just think that that's so cool.
There's a girl on TikTok who this is not a joke.
I thought you were gonna go back to the girl
cousin.
who,
No. I already.
But
made
you
that
weren't
joke.
doing your sarcasm voice, so I was. It keeps getting.
You're
me.
missing lately.
No, I'm not missing it at all. But I just expect the bit. But I can always tell your joke voice, always without fail. So I was like, I keep thinking you're getting better at not showing it.
No,
but
I'm not.
No, you're not getting better. You're just not kidding.
Oh yeah, that was a tough sentence to hear. I hope I don't internalize it.
Not getting better at your sarcasm voice, but you're not trying to get better at it.
Any hoodlum. One person that I'm just so glad that they exist is on TikTok. I think her name's Jackie something J. Jackie J. Jilly J.
It's Jackie.
Jackie J. Just this queer person that like reports is a silly word, but just because it sounds very intense, but I don't mean it that way.
It's very like newscaster.
Yeah, but like
sometimes.
they have been talking about the World Cup and like who's gay and what stories are cool and all this stuff. And I'm just so thankful that they exist. And like, even if we don't meet someday or like our paths never cross or whatever, I feel a sense of safe space knowing that person, that they exist and like are giving that to other people. I just love really knowing cute. In the back of my head, like there's also another girl or person, I don't know, I should be maybe more careful, but like there's another person who does fashion advice for queer people, especially like queer people that present as feminine. But they use like a lot of male inspiration. I don't know their name, but they use a lot of male inspiration, like Jacob Elordi or whatever, as like their fashion inspo.
Yeah.
And I just, every time I come across their videos, I'm like, I fucking love that you're doing this.
Is it Jade?
No.
Oh. Jade does really cool videos of like dressing mask, but like in a feminine way, or like the themes are always different, or like how to do it, or like taking these guys' look but making it work for you, and they're always really cool videos.
But those are just examples of people that I'm like, ugh, thank you for existing and like helping it be easier for other people to exist. And even if our paths don't cross, I'm like, thank you, love you.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I love the internet sometimes. Hate it sometimes, but damn, I love it. It can be really scary. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, I shared on my story like a month ago.
To a dark place.
It's not dark at all. I find it absolutely fucking hysterical.
I was really feeling up.
Yeah, but this one guy messages just lesbian in all caps. I wish I had my phone, but it's recording right now. But every like, I don't know, sometimes there's a lull and I worry about him. I'm like, are you okay? Sometimes I should check in and be like, straight. You good?
Are you there? Straight.
But yeah, it's not like repent your sins or like, ooh, you're nothing. It's just lesbian. We never stray. Maybe sometimes there's an exclamation mark, but it's just lesbian, all caps.
All caps.
Sometimes it'll be like every day for a little while.
It's every day, bro.
Once a week. A couple months will go by. I hadn't heard from him in a while, and then yesterday
Let's get him on the pod.
Lesbian.
You got it yesterday?
I got it yesterday.
Ask if he'll be on our podcast. That'd be crazy. And then what if he only said the word lesbian the whole time?
Yeah, we're like, so what's your name? Lesbian. What do you do? Lesbian.
Maybe he has a condition he can only say one word.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he's just trying to, maybe it's not a guy. I don't know. I don't even know what the image is. It's like something blue.
But in your head, it's like a man that's just screaming lesbian.
I just can't imagine anyone else shouting lesbian at me that consistently. Yeah. But maybe it just is a lesbian and they're trying to tell me like, we lesbian. Like maybe it's like a camaraderie.
Oh my God. It's a safe space for them. And you're out here being
never
scared.
Responded.
How disgusting.
I know. I couldn't believe that they didn't respond to me posting about them saying it. Like, I can't believe they weren't like, ha, nothing, crickets. And then a couple weeks later, lesbian.
That is the definition of being committed to a bit.
Yeah. We never got into the airplane thing, so I'm just going to quickly say it it's yeah. Anyways, we were on a flight from New York to LA. I really do feel like we shared this. And a guy literally watched porn the entire time. He'd have like another page open and the porn would be small in the corner of his screen. I don't know how
no one was sitting next to him and he was in the window seat.
But he was not very precious with like keeping it away. It was so obvious.
And he would go to the bathroom multiple times.
It was disgusting. But for 6 hours
he watched it straight.
Nonstop. Like we landed and he was still looking at it. I'm not going to get into the next part. Whatever. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, it was a shock. It was a shock to the system.
I wish I could find that man and tell him that he's fucking foul. I didn't want to say it in person because I was very scared of him.
Our PP story. Our PP joining us today.
Where they at? Who
give them a name.
Ella.
Ella.
Do we talk about an Ella today?
Ella.
Eva. Eva.
Yeah, we got Eva. Now we're on to Ella.
Okay. What up, Ella?
So this is just a kooky story, and I really liked reading it.
Okay.
And this is Ella. Ella says, hey, y'all. I don't know how many of these you respond to, but I started getting into you guys because I'm a pizza delivery driver for the summer, as well as a barista. Need to get that money up. And
I'm sorry. I thought you said because of their pizza delivery driver. I thought the pizza delivery driver told them about us. I was like, that is so cool. They are.
Pepperoni. Watch Staying Up.
They are a pizza. Okay. Got it.
And a barista.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
So they listen to podcasts while they drive. Sorry. I always go back and forth. I'm going to keep reading it.
Yep.
I listen to podcasts while I drive and found yours, and they're pretty relaxing to listen to. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this one. For confidentiality, let's call my old roommate Jill and my ex-girlfriend Jasmine.
Jill and Jasmine.
Ella was dating Jasmine, and she lived with Jill.
Ex-girlfriend and ex-girlfriend's roommate?
No, her roommate is Jill.
Yeah.
Ella's roommate's Jill.
Okay.
Ella was dating Jasmine.
Got it.
Okay. Jasmine and I are currently in the middle of college. So we did long distance since I left our home state to go to school in NYC because I need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
We get that. Anyways, rewind to last year. Jasmine came to New York to visit me, and because we've both been because we've both been always super busy with classes, we'd only see each other about once every 2 or 3 months. Leading up to the visit, Jasmine sent a strap to my dorm so that I could use it on her when she came. Juicy.
Naughty.
We love the prep.
Naughty.
We love the pre-mortem. I don't know how much thought went into buying this because when I opened the strap, it was pretty big, but it was also hot pink. So it was giving bad bitch at least.
Yeah, incredible.
Mind you, we had never used one before.
Ooh.
Okay.
Scary.
All right.
What is going to happen?
While Jill knew that Jasmine was my girlfriend, I think in her head, the energy still gave besties. So she never gave a warning or anything when she came into the room.
Jilly boo.
Jilly. Usually, this wasn't an issue because the earliest Jill would come back on the weekends was 2 a.m. Jill's a party girl. Later that night, it came time to use the strap and tell me why it was a whole ass workout.
Yeah.
As time passes, straps are a lot of work.
It's so much work.
Which,
So much effort.
does that mean that people with penises feel that it is also a lot of work?
I think the work is the like actual strap part. And
I think
like,
so too.
Is it properly installed? Is it staying? Like it's that.
Installed like it's there forever.
And like I
The way
guess I
you
don't
keep
know.
smacking your body.
Well, I was
It's
thinking.
wild.
I feel it sits higher
Yes.
than male's genitals, but I'm actually not sure.
It does feel like it sits higher.
Right? It's like almost on the bone. That's why I keep.
It's not where I want it to be.
I want it lower.
Me too.
Why are they so high? Should we make new strap-ons that sit? I'm sure there's a reason. No.
Strap low. Low strap.
I feel like it would
Well, it's
feel
called
better
the low
for
strap.
everybody involved.
It's called the low strap.
Low strap.
That's going to be our project.
low
that
rise.
We're going to fail.
Low rise is back, baby.
Low rise.
We'll never follow through with this. Somebody got to do it.
Give us like a 5% cut if you go forward
yeah,
with this
for
business
sure.
idea. Okay. So Jilly doesn't normally come home until 2. Later that night, it came time to use the strap and tell me why it was a whole workout. As time passes, in the middle of us having sex, the door handle starts to jiggle.
No. Jill's jingling.
Jill's jingling. And Jasmine and I both know
Is there no lock on this door?
that Jill... There's a lock.
Why aren't we locking it?
There is a lock. It's jingling because she's using the keys to open the door.
They're not in there. Oh, it's a dorm room.
It's dorms.
Oh my! I was like, why aren't they in? Are they on the sofa?
It's a dorm bag.
I forgot it's a door. Okay. Got it.
As we all know... they both know that Jill's about to enter the room.
Oh,
As we all know, you can't just magically take off a strap in 2 seconds.
no.
Which is true. Straps are
Such an
strapped
ordeal.
in, strapped on. So Jasmine yells, whispering, "Sleep." And we both drop dead and pretend to be sleeping.
the visuals I'm having right now are crazy.
Them dropping dead is hilarious. Like
But,
their
like-
body's going...
But in my head, they're like still strapped, like both in the act.
I mean,
And
yeah. I think they were
like,
in the act and then fell over.
Like and now in my mind, they're like spooning, which would be very hard.
They
to
look
do.
like one of those
But they're like-
costumes in my head where it's like the front legs of the horse and the back legs of the horse. Like somehow that's what's happening. Okay.
incredible.
Because everything was happening so fast. Oh, wait. Okay, yes. Because everything was happening so fast, I slowly realized I'm laying on my back.
Oh, with the strap on.
With
Oh no! Just tented.
with what looks like a 9-inch boner popping up from under the sheets.
But it's like hot pink. I wonder if her sheets are see-through at all.
As I slowly
glow in the
open my
dark.
eyes to see if Jill was looking, I can see her giving confusing side eye as she tries to analyze the situation.
It's like, is that a knee?
I know Jill's not dumb, but I
No.
still slowly turn to my side to get rid of the hot pink boner and act like nothing weird is going on. Jasmine and I then proceed to pretend to sleep for 40 minutes until Jill went to the bathroom so that we could still put our clothes back on.
Oh my god.
When I got up in the morning, I also realized there was lube sitting on the windowsill. Awkward. Moral of the story is I would have loved a better location for my first time using that.
Fair,
but I did
fair.
live on the 16th floor in downtown Manhattan, so you win some and you lose some.
Stunning.
Stunning way.
Thank you won it all around.
Ella, thanks.
I think the real moral of the story is that you need to get a little bit more comfortable or communicative with your roommate.
Oh,
Their door sock on the door. It was invented for a reason.
Or you just go, hold on.
Yeah, you go, Jill, do not fucking come in here right now.
Jill, chill.
Or she comes in
Jill,
and
take a chill pill.
And you the way you got so erect to share that.
Erect. Like our
a
low rise.
pink 9-inch dildo. Yeah, or like if she did make it inside the room, being like covering yourselves with sheets.
I love you. My hair? No, I was just petting your head.
Oh, thanks. You're cute.
I miss touching you. It's been like an hour.
Hi. Well, I've been touching you the whole time. What was I saying? Oh, just be like, oh my God, Jill, can you give us a minute?
Yeah.
We got to get decent. She knows that she's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Jasmine's your girlfriend. Yeah.
Yep.
Getting all the names mixed up. Just say something.
Yeah.
Why are you going to uncomfortably lay there mid-boning?
Baby, there's no going back. Don't shame.
No, I'm saying
Ella.
future. I'm not shaming Ella. I'm saying for future reference, like, let's get a little more comfortable with the roomie, at least to the point where we go, hey, girlfriend's coming over. Before you come in tonight,
Give us a double knock. If we don't respond.
Yeah. Just give us a little heads up.
My thought was going to be you could always open the door, like get out of bed with the strap on and open the door and fling it open with it on and go, ah, boo. And then she'll run away and then you can finish. And I feel like that's a really,
honey, that's incredible advice.
That's a really simple and kind of like non-threatening way.
Yeah. Take back everything I said. Absolutely. And like grab the lube and just pepper spray her in the face with the lube. And then she won't see anything. And then be like, wait. That was crazy. I did see somebody with a pink dildo running around lubing everybody.
I almost made the craziest comment. I'm glad I didn't.
I am glad you didn't.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear it later.
I'll tell you right in just 1 minute.
All right, we gotta go.
Hey, PBs, thank you so much for being with us for yet another episode. Ella, thank you for your story. And Eva, thank you for being our first.
You sound like Kristen Wiig. All right, y'all. We love you so much, and we will see you next week.